Hey Divine Watchers, and welcome back to Playing God, where we make terrible decisions so our paras don't have to. Today, we're continuing Erin's rags to riches journey. She escaped her old life with nothing but her mom's lucky boots. Since then, she's survived the streets, fallen in love, and somehow managed to make homelessness a couple's activity. If you're new here, I definitely recommend checking out the previous episodes. But don't worry, you'll catch up pretty quickly. Now, let's jump back in. Oh. Right. If you are wondering what is going on here, well, Jake is using Erin's great marketing skills and dancing right in the middle of the street to grab people's attention. If you are wondering whether it's working, well, I'd rather not answer that. Anyway, maybe you already noticed, but Jake looks a little different. That's because I couldn't help myself and gave him a little makeover after the last episode. But don't worry, he is still very much in his Jake style with his gloomy rocker vibe. I just gave him the 2026 update. A few tattoos, some different earrings, and yes, the skinny jeans had to go. Oh, well, there's Jake's dad, and it looks like he has a task for us. Let's go see what he wants. Hold on, cleaning the beach? That's actually a good deed. I'm a little conflicted here. Helping the environment? Great. Doing Jake's dad a favor? Less great. But I guess we'll do it for the environment, and for the money, of course. All right, time to make another terrible decision. I think I'm going to use Jake's gloomy personality for this one. Let's just say, Jake's trying to reassure his dad. We're getting by. We've got a system now. It's actually been okay. His dad just hears, living on the streets, dumpster diving, and taking a dump in a bucket. Yep, that worked exactly as planned. Neither of them seems particularly happy with how that conversation went. While we wait for the next dialogue options to pop up, let me show you the rest of Jake's outfits. First up, the athletic outfit. I actually think the tattoos add so much to his look. They just suit him. Okay, compliment existential dread. That's certainly a sentence. They're both smiling and crying at the same time, so apparently that's exactly the right response. Anyway, back to the important stuff, his sleepwear. This outfit is actually what started this whole makeover. It felt a little weird seeing him outside in the morning wearing a tank top, so I wanted to give him something a little more covered. And then I may have gotten a little carried away. I ended up changing every single outfit. But can we talk about these gothic Crocs for a second? I love them. And finally, the swimwear. Okay, I definitely got carried away here. This is giving rock hipster. The black bucket hat, the Ray-Bans, the tattoos on full display. I kind of love this look. Wait, become enemies? Immediately. I've never played with enemies before. I need to see where this goes. Alright. Poke angrily. Well, this escalated quickly. Okay, I am so sorry for what I'm about to do, but this animation is way too good. I need to see it from every possible angle. Sorry, one more. Okay, last one. Probably. Alright, time to get the thumbnail. Why is Jake still wearing his hipster swim outfit? Give me a second. There we go. Much better. I love how they just spent 10 seconds aggressively shoving each other, and now they're standing here, having a perfectly normal conversation. Hold on. When did Erin get back from work? I didn't even notice. She probably came home, saw Jake and his dad aggressively shoving each other, and immediately decided, yeah, I'm staying out of this. Anyway, she earned a promotion at work. Alright, next dialogue option. Complain about the boss, which is an interesting choice considering Jake's boss is his dad. Yep, he took that personally. Oh, now we can make fun of him for being gloomy. Jake, my guy, you literally inherited that from him. Let's check on Erin. Yep, she's still keeping her distance. While she was at work, Jake actually reorganized the yard. He turned the giant shelving unit around so it hides the mountain of gravel and people walking by can actually see what we're selling. Honestly, that's a pretty smart idea. Although, I'm pretty sure he dropped that giant shelf on Erin's bed. We're just going to pretend that's what happened, because my CC bed broke isn't nearly as fun. Well, until we can replace it, the bench down the street is Erin's bed tonight. Alright, next dialogue option. Tell him the conversation is boring. Ouch, poor guy. And they're still talking, somehow. Oh, now we can actually ask him to leave. Good, because I think we've emotionally exhausted this poor man enough. And there he goes. Yeah, he's definitely not happy. You know what? I don't think we're cleaning that beach anymore. We're enemies now. That would send some very mixed signals. Jake, go eat an apple before you start another fight. Unfortunately, the yard sale still isn't attracting any customers. I think the yard sale mod might be bugged. I've seen other people mention the exact same thing. People show up, stand around for a while, and then leave without buying anything. Luckily, Jake remembered something. The museum where he works accepts donations, and every so often, they reward you with money or other valuable items. So let's pack up some of the smaller stuff and see if it's worth it. Well, I'd call that a successful museum trip. We got 250 paradigms, a laptop, a solid gold trophy, and another 500 paradigms. All right, a new day. And apparently, Erin has fully committed to the marketing strategy. At this point, she's danced so much trying to attract customers, her dancing skill actually improved. Jake, get over here. You are helping. One last desperate attempt to convince this mod to work. Jake's dancing skill is improving too. People keep showing up, looking around, and still, nobody buys anything. Wait, is that Jake's mom? She's actually coming onto the lot. She's not even looking at the yard sale. She's just inspecting the place. Jake should probably go talk to her. Uh-oh. Jake already looks annoyed. This can't be good. Alright. Let's go with tell a depressing story. I'm guessing Jake's mom came because of yesterday. Jake's dad probably sent her over to hear Jake's side of the story. And judging by her reaction, it was a pretty depressing story. Music. Good. Maybe this will go a little better. I'm guessing Jake's telling her about his dream, his and Erin's plan to make music together. Jake seems happy talking about it, but his mom doesn't exactly look convinced. Maybe she thinks it's unrealistic, or maybe she just wants him to find a stable job. Oh, existential dread, again. Maybe that's just the family love language. Look at them, happy and emotionally devastated at exactly the same time. All right, I guess now we're asking her to leave. Oh, ouch. She actually looks really sad. Nope, I can't leave it like that. Go talk to your mom again. All right, complain about the boss, which is still Jake's dad. Yeah, that one hurt. Oh, and now, tell her the conversation is boring. I don't think that's really what Jake means. I think she's trying to convince him that his dad just wants what's best for him, that they both do. But Jake doesn't want his parents deciding his future anymore. He just wants them to believe in him. And that's it. She's too embarrassed to keep talking. I don't think she's giving up. I think she's just out of ideas. So she makes a decision. If Jake won't leave, she'll make him leave. She tells him she's reporting the lot, that this whole place is a safety hazard, and she'll make sure the authorities come clear it out. She walks away, still convinced she's doing the right thing. But Jake, he sees things differently now, especially after meeting Erin. She reminded him that no one else can make his dreams come true. Only he can. Jake looks really stressed. I'm guessing he just told Erin that they have to leave. That his mom is reporting the lot, and it's probably only a matter of time before they're forced out. Erin doesn't panic. She just tries to calm him down. She tells him maybe this is all just another weird coincidence. Maybe it's fate. And somehow she's convinced everything will work out in the end. I think that's exactly what Jake needs to hear right now. He can't help feeling guilty. Erin finally found a place where she felt safe, and now even that's being taken away from her. Jake starts telling Erin another depressing story, because that's kind of what Jake does. When things get difficult, his mind always goes to the worst-case scenario. Luckily, Erin knows exactly how to bring him back down to earth. After that, they spend a little time talking about, well, them. About everything they've been through together. About the time they've shared. Eventually, Jake admits that he's scared. And Erin does what Erin always seems to do. She reminds him that as long as they're together, they'll figure it out. All right, let's start packing. Everything they own, everything they found, everything they couldn't sell. It is time to leave this place behind and start their next adventure together. Jake admits he's exhausted, and honestly, who could blame him? They've spent the entire night packing up their lives, and now it's almost 3 in the morning. For a moment, neither of them knows what to do next. Then, Erin remembers something. Anissa. She lives nearby. Maybe, just maybe, she'll let them stay for what's left of the night. They make their way over to her apartment. Erin tells Jake she'll handle this one, because knocking on someone's door at 3 in the morning isn't exactly ideal. But somehow, Anissa's already awake. She doesn't even seem surprised to see them. Erin quickly explains they need somewhere to stay until morning and promises she'll explain everything after they've had at least a little sleep. Unfortunately, by this point, they're both so exhausted, they've basically forgotten how to have a conversation. So, sleeping first seems like the better plan. Sharing one couch probably wasn't the most comfortable solution, especially since Erin somehow manages to phase directly into Jake's legs. Paralives magic. A couple of hours later, they're awake again. Not exactly rested, but functional. Erin finally gets a chance to properly tell Anissa what happened, how Jake's parents kept showing up, how everything spiraled, and how they ended up losing the lot overnight. Meanwhile, Jake is quietly pretending to be busy on his phone, probably hoping introductions happen without him. Eventually, he works up the courage to join the conversation and immediately makes things a little awkward. Thankfully, Erin is there to rescue him. She reminds Jake they're all friends here. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. As usual, that seems to do the trick. Jake tells Erin he loves her, then heads off to work. Looks like Anissa has somewhere to be as well, leaving Erin with the apartment all to herself. Not a bad opportunity to finally take a shower, eat something, use an actual bathroom, and feel almost like a normal person again. And while Erin finally gets a chance to shower, eat, and recharge a little, I think it's time we officially say goodbye to the old lot. It definitely wasn't glamorous, but it served us well. After work, with what little energy he has left, Jake heads back out. He doesn't really know what he's looking for. Maybe just an idea, a solution, anything. And mushrooms. And then Jake spots something, an unfinished lot near the coast. Someone had clearly started building here. Then, for whatever reason, they walked away. There's an unfinished foundation, piles of gravel, construction debris. It feels strangely familiar, almost like our old lot, just quieter. Jake sees the potential immediately, and thanks to everything they've earned, Erin's job, Jake's job, and a surprising number of mushrooms, they actually have enough money, not only to buy the lot, but maybe to complete the unfinished house. Jake doesn't wait. He buys the lot, the unfinished little house included. He sees the potential, and honestly, he can't wait to show Erin. Before we end today's episode, I wanted to give you a little sneak peek of what's coming next. Jake finally gets to give Erin the guitar he bought for her. Erin gets so excited, she's completely distracted by the guitar. She doesn't even notice the house behind her. She thinks the guitar is the surprise. Little does she know, it's only half of it. If you enjoyed today's episode, I'd really appreciate a like. It helps the channel more than you know. And let me know in the comments, what do you think Jake should do next? Should he get back at his parents? Or should he try to make peace with them? Next episode, I'll be doing a full speed build of this house, so you'll get to see the entire building process and finally find out what it looks like on the inside. If you don't want to miss it, make sure you're subscribed. Until next time, game saved.